The Oscars 2023 have arrived, and with that comes some amazing awards, but also some snubs and maybe some things that we wish got acknowledged more. We have some stuff we want to talk about, little highlights of the show. Let's get into it. What do we think?
Here we go.
What are we feeling?
The three films that had the biggest snubs at this year's Oscars were The Banshees of Inisherin, which was nominated for 9 Oscars, the second most nominated film behind Everything Everywhere and All Quiet's 11 nominations, and it won 0 Oscars tonight, Ryder. 0 out of 9. We have Elvis nominated for 8 Academy Awards. It won 0. And finally, The Fabelmans was nominated for 7 Academy Awards, and it also won 0. These are huge snubs in my opinion. I don't know. Did you want to see any of these overtake any of the wins that we did get?
I definitely think when it comes to Elvis, it's tough when it comes to costume design, and definitely production design as well. All Quiet won for production design. It's tough because I don't know the criteria that they're doing for production design, because you have on-set real work that you're in the trenches for All Quiet, but Elvis has some good stuff with accuracy of the time period.
Sure.
The accurate costumes that Elvis had, they're very iconic pieces, and the stitching and the jewelry and all that. So it's tough when you come to stuff like that. I also want to preface though, we both are happy that Everything Everywhere and a lot of the other awards with Best Actor, Best Actress won, but we're also talking about the snubs and stuff. I can hear the comments now.
We have a full podcast episode. We'll link it down below. That is a complete Oscars 2023 recap. We want to get into some things that we felt were missing from the Oscars itself. I think that I would have loved to see Banshees win for screenplay over Everything Everywhere, for original screenplay. I think it was strong. The entire movie is strictly conversation, and I thought it's compelling the entire time. I thought it was written very, very well. I would have loved to see that, but it's hard to see the actor categories. I'm pretty happy with how those turned out, besides supporting actress and a couple others.
No, I'm with you. Banshees, that definitely. It's a dialogue heavy film. You learn the story only through dialogue, really. There's great visuals, but yeah, the story it's also, I hear it's very Irish. It's a very kind of Irish,
totally.
I don't know, sense of humor and kind of the style of conflict it is, right? So maybe that's something that kind of went over. It went over my head a little bit. It was hard to grasp. I understood what was going on, but I think the significance of the story was there. But
I think even in
screenplays,
in Banshees, it's like an allegory for wars that the Irish wars that they've been into, being on an island out. It's pretty interesting. Now I want to talk about some movies that weren't even at the Oscars at all. At all. And that is Decision to Leave not being nominated for a single thing was heartbreaking to me. It's easily one of the best movies of 2022, in my opinion. And I would say that has better cinematography than anything that was nominated at the Oscars this year. I think that movie is genius. If you have not seen it, please go see it. Even though it was not nominated for anything, it's more than worth your time. It's so incredible.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen that film, but everything you said about it sounds great, and I take your word for sure. Also the Batman. I gotta throw out the Batman because yes, when it comes to anything, I know comic book films wherever they place, but I do think this film is a step up when it comes to cinematography, right? You even have here about Roger Deakins even throwing its name out about, dude, the Batman had some of the best cinematography.
Yeah.
Just the nom would have been fine.
Oh yeah. I don't think
here,
I wouldn't expect it to win, I guess.
No, yeah.
But I would have loved to see it get nominated. I thought that film had incredible cinematography that really if the idea is the cinematography should take you into the story and also do something creative, something that you haven't really seen before, I feel like the Batman is a great nomination for that. I think that is exactly what that is.
The Batmobile scene could be used for evidence because of the kind of POV on the car. That was something we haven't really seen, a car chase where it's.
And I want to say that wasn't added because it's heavy CGI. While some stuff is real, it's
volume.
It's not there's some stuff that is actually in the shot, and then a lot of stuff that is not. So it makes it harder. It's not in the visual effects category,
As for, I guess, one performance when it came to Jamie Lee Curtis winning, God bless her. I also want Angela Bassett or Stephanie Hsu.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think for my Twitter feed, I was hearing kind of that was the big surprise.
Yeah.
The Marvel fan in me, Angela Bassett gave such a powerful performance as Queen Ramonda. Stephanie Hsu, like I said, would have been great to round off for Everything Everywhere to win.
Too much.
She's young.
Too much everything.
Yeah, she's young. She got time, and and then even Carrie Condon like we've been talking about Banshees, she gave such a real
Yeah,
amazing. God, like there's so it was tough, but I do get the story behind Jamie, so maybe
right.
there's story to her winning there.
And I talked about it in
Exactly.
the full episode too, but I think for best actor, I really loved how Brendan Fraser won. But
Mhm.
I think that Colin Farrell and Paul Mescal are incredible as well, and I would have been happy with them taking the award,
Mhm.
just as happy as I am with Brendan. But also, I want to bring up Top Gun Maverick not being nominated for cinematography. I think that the advances in
Mhm.
cameras that they did to make that happen in the planes
Mhm.
is enough to warrant the nomination. Maybe not the win, but like I don't know, retrofitting
Acknowledged.
IMAX
Yeah.
cameras onto like
Yeah.
fighter jets
An
is pretty awesome.
F-18 cockpit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'm
pretty
with
cool to
you. Yeah.
me. And it felt
hmm
awesome in the theater. So like if a movie can make you feel like have a rush of feeling go over you in the theater because of some of
hmm
the camera stuff, I think it should be nominated for sure. It's awesome.
100%. And lastly, for me, it has to be. Come on, I want more love for RRR. I
Yeah.
know it's tough because it's an Indian film, and we're trying to explore the medium more, which with world cinema. We got the Not to win, which is crazy. We got the first nom and the win for Not to, which is
Yeah.
the song
Which is
from
great.
RRR. I would have, yeah, I don't know what other noms I would have given this because it is such a bombastic action film. Maybe editing
Yeah,
or
it is tough.
screenplay. It's tough, right, to figure out. But yeah, hopefully we see more films that come up from different countries and we see get a
Yeah.
little more
I
recognition.
mean, we
But
saw
it
All
was,
Quiet get so many Oscars today, and
yeah,
that's from
right.
Germany. That's crazy. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, true. True. That's crazy.
Let us know in the comments if you have any other big snubs that you think that we're missing or that you just thought definitely should have won that did not, or movies that just weren't even there in general,
Yeah, yeah.
because there's a lot of those too. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to watch this entire post-show breakdown, we have the full podcast. It's episode 102 of Freeze Frame. If you go on any podcast platform, type in Strictly Casual Freeze Frame. It's a yellow box. It says Freeze Frame, and this is obviously it's going to be called like Oscars wrap up or Oscars post show or whatever it is. So peace out. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.